We march on, everybody. We march on. The re-sign phase. Let's do it. Let's do it. So, in goal, obviously, Jeremy Swayman, qualified. Linus Ullmark has been pretty solid. He has been pretty damn solid. He's now listed as a backup goalie as well. Only wants $2 million, down from the $4 million asking price. That's a steal for how well he's been playing. If he'll accept $2 million for 1 year, I'm good with it, no doubt. David Tendek, I hate to say it, he really hasn't improved at all. So we're gonna let go of Tendy, and Brandon Bussey stays. Brandon Bussey stays for life. It's all about that Bussey. Doing a UDFA mode, Linus Neiman, has 50 points in the NHL for 2 seasons. Gotta love it. Defensively, Mason Lohrei, we will qualify again. Victor Berglund's played pretty well for us. Marco Scandella had 1 point in 1.8 games. He wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad. We'll keep Marco for the year, actually, shockingly. Michael Callahan, let's keep you for another year. Why not? Keeping. Nicholas Keeping. Sorry, Nicky. You're not going to make the team. Not good enough. Gentile, the low elite. We might as well sign you, even though there's no chance in hell you are going to make it. On the wing, what do we got? Keegan Colasar is willing to come back. He didn't really get to play at all this year. But I will give him a contract. Grantham. Oh, the 6, 7, and 4 we got to keep. If he wasn't an enforcer, he'd be gone. He's a big boy. We got to keep him. Get him in the lineup. On the wing, Georgi Merkulov will keep you. And then Vaclav Pruka. Yeah, Pruka, you're not going to make it. Son of Peter, but not good enough. Not the actual son of Peter. And then it's center. Lauko, we will qualify. Kuntar, we will qualify. Olsen and Hall. Mantakivi. Mark McLaughlin. We'll keep for the hell of it. We need AHL guys anyway. Jorgen von Strangle. You need to be re-signed. And that's basically it. We don't have to do much. Ullmark is back. Again, he was willing to sign a super, super cheap contract. He was asking for $4 million earlier in the season. So I don't hate the decision to keep him. We got a lot of RFAs. $26 million in cap space. Jeremy Swayman, there's no fucking way I'm giving you that much money. There's no way. And he won't accept the 85% trick because he doesn't actually want to stay. 85% would be $825. Even that is too much. Even that. And we're doing okay. All things considered. Like, Sway, I am not offering you any more than that. Otherwise, yeah, go ahead and get offer sheeted, because that's insanity. That's insanity. Did he reject it? I'm pretty sure he did. I hit the button so fast I couldn't tell. Yeah. So, Sway, if he does not get offer sheeted, will be traded. Berglund's back. Curtis Hall, Kuntar, Mantakivi, Merkulov, Lohrei. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I mean, Cody, I need people who can fill up the AHL that are good, though. I mean, he put up points in the extra liga, but doesn't look like that's going to translate. So Swayman must be our only RFA, right? Him, Lauko, and Olsen. Lauko's trying to get paid. Olsen's trying to get paid. Good for them. And Sway still wants all the money in the world. And I'm not going to sign him to that. There's no way. Mr. Mills, what's happening, bud? All right, so really quickly, the most boring part of every single off-season. Got to check out the coaches. Let's see if we can sign this guy as an AHL assistant coach. I highly doubt it, but we'll try it. Maxime Baudin. See if you're willing to sign. And what do we need for scouts? We need a couple. We need a couple. And a couple is all we will get, because I don't really want to sign B-, because B- are not very good at what they do. So, Right now, we need to plan for life without Mr. Swayman. Which means Allmark and Tynan might be our tandem this year. It might be. Allmark might even be the guy to just run with. Defensively, no doubt, we are going to look at McAvoy. Oh, didn't even mean to click that. We're likely looking at Lindholm and McAvoy. Probably Leray and Carlo. And then Nemec and Luno. I imagine would take a step up. With Scandella and Berglund as our depth. That is what it looks like. So I think, honestly, we have a pretty good little setup already defensively to just turn it over to the youth and see what they can do. When it comes to the forwards, again, it's still going to be Pasternak, Marchand, Bergeron. We could say Hall, Steen, and Kopp. DeBrusk, Smith, Lauko, Nordqvist, Frederick Kuntar. Like, we do technically have one top 6 spot available. If we sign anybody, it complicates it a little bit. But for the most part, I think this roster is pretty much set. So let's see who's out there for free agents, because I think this is the first year where I don't have to care who else is out there. So for RFA goalies, it's Skinner and Swayman. I'd rather sign Skinner. I'm not going to give up the money for it, but... So for UFAs, otherwise, it's Gustafsson, Koskinen, Jonathan Quick. Names like that. What do we got for potentials? Couple of medium starters. Lindblom was finally let go by the Rangers. That's fine. You got 26 mil. Yes, we do. It's beautiful, isn't it? We could sign Leach and McCarthy as project goalies and high start. Okay, Callie Klang was dropped by the Penguins. He's the one guy. He's the one guy I'm looking at to send back to his team. Lindblom, the Rangers let go of him twice, so fuck it. And then all of these medium fringe guys. At this point, I don't even care. There's obviously 1,000 of them at this stage. But out of medium starters, Leach was the higher rated of the two. He's also a year older. But yeah, we are going to go for Norm Leach. They're both really short boy goalies, too. So let's try to see if we can sign Norm Leach. Defensively, RFAs include Liljegren, who wants $14 million. And then Gilden, and aside from that, it really does kind of drop off. Jack Thompson, I guess, yeah. I mean, you got Thompson, you got Morrow. The Ducks dropped Klang. Did I say the Ducks instead of the Penguins? Did I confuse the bird? He was drafted by the Penguins. What do you want from me? Oh, boy. Are any of these guys really worth throwing out an offer to see if they'll get better? I mean, Iorio and Morrow aren't terrible. Iorio actually wants money. So does Morrow. I don't really have space, though. Like, they'd be good. Streamer misspoke. I know, it's a cardinal sin. Fucking condemn me to death. Good lord. Don't worry, I'm already in America. It's a matter of time. This country fucking sucks. There we go. You knew I'd find a way to work it in somehow tonight. There you go. There it is. Fuck, what are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do? I really could send that offer out to Morrow or Iorio. But they'd just be AHLers for me. That's a lot of money to pay an AHLer. But then again, I do have the money. What's the current offer sheet status? Nope, hit pending free agents instead. Sure. Sure. $1.6 million. $1.6 million is the least we can offer. I have all the money in the world. I might as well use it to my advantage, right? I'm a rich man. Hooray, capitalism. So, Morrow, let's give you 1 year at 1.6. See if you sign. I wouldn't have to give up any compensation. And Vincent Iorio. Same thing for you, sir. And we'll see if that works. In terms of UFAs, Jake Chikrin's available, but wants $12 million currently, so that's not going to happen. We'll keep an eye on him, though. You also got Noah Hannafin. How's Hannafin done lately offensively? Cool, Antonio. You are very cool. Thank you for following. Hannafin's capable of 20 to 30 points. I'd rather just see what Lore can do. For 20 to 30 points, I'd rather just see what Lore can do. Again, though, we will keep an eye on Chychrun. We'll definitely keep an eye on Chychrun. He's a guy that we could be... Like, imagine Chychrun and McAvoy. If we can do that, we have to do it. And in terms of options, Cornwall with the prime sub before following. Love to see it. Love to see it. Wow, there's a lot of high sixes available, and they are all too damn old. And Regula's 24. Yeah, it's not going to work for me. All right, so again, we'll keep an eye out on Mr. Chychrun. For the forwards, Nick, it's the old buzz cut. You got to love it. Tage Thompson did hit UFA status. RFAs include Elias Pettersson. It also includes Gage Gonsalves, Igor Fanasayev, Nick Robertson, Philip Hedl. Oh, now the Rangers qualify Hedl. Rasmus Kapari, Lauko Brink, Cool, Olsen, Denoyer, Fuke, Gushchin, and Nikolaev, who didn't really improve at all. Interesting. Interesting. Well, obviously, Pettersson would be a pretty good pickup. I'm going to wait to see if that price drops. Gonsalves wouldn't be the worst pickup in the world either, but he's not worth the money or the draft picks we'd have to give up. He's not. Fanasayev might be. This was the kid who went off in the playoffs, right? Yeah, 21 points in 27 games when the Preds won the Stanley Cup. What was it, 3.6? No, it was 1.6, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 1.6, not 3.6. Not going to get so lucky on that one. Bobby Brink is out there, though. He's only been in the AHL. We throw a name into the hat for Bobby Brink. Or we at least help him get paid. Same for Will Cool from the Rangers. Just throw a name into the hat for these prospects, and if they sign, they sign. And if they don't, then hey, we helped them get paid. Same for Denoyer out of Philadelphia as well. I got $26 million to spend. I might as well use it to be aggressive on this particular market. Daniil Gushchin. Why not? See if we can take you away from San Jose. These are the type of players that I'm cool with filling out Providence. All right, and then in terms of the UFAs, you would have seen it. McKinnon, Thompson, PLD, David Headshot Perron, Yanagora, Jordan Eberle. Like I said, we can look for one dude. Tage Thompson really wasn't a good fit for that top line. PLD is out there. Who do we have for prospects? Medium top 6. Nobody that has enough time to further develop. And then what about high 9s? There's probably a lot of medium 9s. I'm worried more about the high 9s right now. Cole Schwint. Schwint is already a 4th liner. Super aggressive. Honestly, maybe give Cole Schwint a 1-year shot. Luke Tuck. Well, for Crash Andrews. See if we can sign Luke Tuck for the year. Bocage. I might actually send Luke Tuck back. As well as Bocage. Jan Mizak. Wow, the Habs just decided to let go of all their dudes, huh? They really did. They really did. There were more high 9 prospects out there than I would have thought. So right now we technically don't have any roster space. Forward-wise, I mean, there's no denying, like, okay, extra room in the top 6. There's a lot of dudes here that could fill that void. At the same time, I mean, I got my eyes on, like, McKinnon. So we'll sim a couple of days and we'll see what happens. Sim a couple. See what happens. Alright, let's see. We got the scouts that are signing. Lethal, what's up? Here to see some EA magic. Give it time. Give it time. Hey, we got that awesome guy as a AHL coach. That's good. All right, Cole Schwinn signs. Bocage, Mizak, Gushchin, potentially. Luke Tuck, Denoyer, Moro, Iorio, Brink, Kelly Klang, Pietia, Leach. All right, cool. So we got a lot of answers there. So we'll send one Kelly Klang back to the Anaheim Dukes. Because why wouldn't they sign him? They have fucking nobody in the AHL. Why wouldn't they sign him? There you go, Anaheim. Congratulations. Take back your goalie, you dumb fucks. Other goalies. I mean, we got Allmark, we got Tynan, Bussy, and Leach. For the moment, we're good. We're just waiting to answer from that other goalie. Obviously, Swayman, we don't yet know. Defensively. We're good. And then in terms of being on the wing, honestly, I am going to send Cole Schwinn back to the Panthers. They shouldn't have let go of him. They shouldn't have. RFA, it's a different story. But for UFAs, I'm still willing to send them back. UFA is them just dropping these guys for no reason. RFA, it's fair game. So, Bacage. Send you back to the Colorado Avalanche, was it? I just looked at it and literally looked at it too fast. There we go. We'll go for him. So yeah, we definitely are getting to that point. I thought this would be the, that we already passed the final offseason where I'd have to do this. This definitely looks like the final one with the age these guys are now. All right. From there, we're fine. Left-hand side, Luke Tuck. We know we're going to send back to Montreal. Alongside Jan Mizak. Because the Habs are dumb. Yeah, $28 million in cap. We really can't afford to bring back two of our better prospects. Can't do it, Chief. Can't do it. Idiots. And aside from that, Pietia, Columbus. Nobody else is sent back. Cool. This is the last guy. Like I said, those RFAs, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll send Montreal 7th. Beautiful. All right, cool. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens with the rest of these UFAs and the RFAs. So Bobby Brink does have the offer matched by Philadelphia. So we won't be getting Bobby Brink. We will not be getting Elliot Denoyer either. So Philadelphia paying their dudes. Let's see. Vinny Iorio is going to stay with Washington. Will Cool is going to stay with the New York Rangers. Scott Morrow is going to stay with the Hurricanes. Daniil Gushchin is going to stay with the Sharks. I helped every single one of those kids get paid. Every single one of those kids I helped get paid. That's right. Helping out everybody across the league. Wow. And the big names are already gone. Where the hell did they go? Signing Sidney Crosby as a Duck. Mayfield, Gergensons to Philly, Oshie and Ruedel to Minnesota. Verhaeghe to Philly. Jeff Petrie to Vancouver. Chikrin stayed in Arizona. Travis Dermott to the Devils. Marc-Andre Fleury to Detroit. Puljujarvi to Vegas. Pettersson to Vancouver. Provorov to Minnesota. McCabe to Seattle. Perron to Winnipeg. Pionk to the Islanders. Skinner stays with Edmonton. Hanifin to Winnipeg. Trocheck to Seattle. Dubois back to Winnipeg. Pettersson stays with Vancouver. Thompson goes back to Buffalo. Hilarious. Yanni Gourde to the Islanders. Liljegren signs a 6-year deal with the Leafs. McKinnon to Ottawa. 7-year deal. Nathan McKinnon to the Ottawa Senators. Big, big splash for the Sens. Damn. Let's see. Kapari, Tanev to Carolina. Malkin to Calgary, as well as Cody Ceci. Pavelski to Tampa. Palmieri to Carolina. Giroux to Colorado, along with Brett Kulak. Imagine if Claude Giroux... Claude, I'm just going to say you kind of fucked up. You know, you kind of fucked up. Everyone knows Colorado wanted you. You wanted to stay east for the sake of your family, and, you know, Maybe you just should have moved the family to Colorado for a couple of months. You would have made it a little bit farther. Oh, but I respect him for being a family man. Blake Wheeler to Chicago. Max Domi to Carolina. Fanasayev stays with Nashville. Damn. All right, well, who else is out there for us then? I know I saw Matt Barzal's name mentioned in chat. Certainly someone that we're going to look at. Swayman is undoubtedly... Iggy, what's up? Is that even a good thing? That means nothing, but congrats. Oh, man. So Swayman... Is anybody interested? Nobody's interested. I'm fucked. I'm going to have to trade him. I'll probably use him for the season and lose him for nothing. Or we trade him now. Defensively... Again, we don't need anybody there. We don't. Prospect-wise, we're fine. Forward-wise, UFA-wise, there's nobody to worry about. And in terms of the top dudes out there, Eberle, Kuznetsov, Barzal, RFAs include the likes of Mr. Nick Robertson. Certainly be an interesting one. Man, offensively, Nick Robertson looks like he could really do some damage. He does. Heedle I wouldn't trust as much. Nick Robertson might be the guy to go for here. He just might be. I know Gonsalves has proved it, but I really think Nick Robertson on this team could take off. So, oh, Miggy, I know what it is. That's why I'm saying it means nothing. Barzal, ooh, he's really, really struggled the shot. Not quite sure want to be great offensive. We're in a great play driver. Great play driver is Matt Barzal. Granlund, Wenberg, Kuzi. Kuznetsov is solid. Eberle, obviously not bad. Then there's this guy, but, you know, I don't respect you at all for standing by your coach and your GM last fall, buddy. I don't respect you and don't plan on using you on one of my teams. What would the price be for Nick Robertson? Let's go back to the offer sheet compensation. Second round pick, unless we can get it a bit lower. How much cap space do the Leafs have? How much? All the cap space in the world, even despite signing Liljegren to $13 million. They're going to sign him eventually. Yes! That was my hope. The Leafs need a goalie. Now, I have not been orchestrating trades. As Calgary just tied it, holy shit. I have not been orchestrating trades. I have been going through the trade finder. But boy, doesn't Jeremy Swayman for Nick Robertson make a whole lot of sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. You got the money to pay him. I got the need in my top six. You know, I don't feel good about trading Sway, but he just refused. I have a Jeremy Swayman jersey, for fuck's sake. I don't feel good about trading the guy. I just don't know where it is right now. It's in there somewhere. I found it. I can't pull it off the rack. It's too far away. I don't want to trade Sway, but I am not going to pay a goalie $9+ million. I'm not. There's no way. There's no way I can pay a goalie that much. Not a chance. Not a chance. And let's be honest, a goalie, a trade involving goalies between Boston and Toronto writes itself. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Will they take it? Jeremy Swayman for Nick Robertson. The deal is 1-for-1. And they rejected it. Are you kidding me? Who do you think you are? Trading a goalie to Toronto always works out for Boston. Hold on. Hold on. I got some trash I can send them to really push this deal through. I got some trash I can send their way. Take the low 4. Take the medium 7th. You know you want to do this deal. The deal is almost 1 for 1. I'm going to put it on easy. That's a good trade. It's an interesting trade. We're going to do it. There's a good storyline to it because it's Toronto. Not that I want to trade Jeremy Swayman within the division, but it's not going to end well, and at least we found an interesting deal that really kind of spices things up, as if it's not spicy enough between Boston and Toronto. Even now here in 2025, it's still going to be pretty spicy. So the deal is Jeremy Swayman to Toronto for forward Nick Robertson. Or is it? Oh, come on. Take the deal. Take the deal. Spin the wheel. Take that deal. You gotta be kidding me. How far away is this in their logic that they're not taking this deal? I will never trade you, Bussy. That will not happen. How would you like Barney? He's a dinosaur. And Roddy Piper. Sweeten it just a touch. Sweeten your face. Sweeten your face just a touch. Take Kemp. Kyle. Take Nokalainen as well. Bastards. The deal is almost 1 for 1. Jeremy Swayman, 2 plugs and 2 6ths. 6th and a 7th for Nick Robertson. Son of a bitch, what is a tad? How about a 5th and a 6th? There we go. Nick Robertson is a Boston Bruin. And words I hope I never have to say in real life, Jeremy Swayman goes to Toronto. I did not want to trade him, but I was not paying a goalie in this game that much money. There is no way. Unless he was like consistently putting up 920s, there is no way on God's green earth we were going to do that. So we might just roll with Allmark and Tucker Tynan. We just might. And just see. And that was on easy, right? Ooh, Cashman's getting better. I think we're going to roll with those two. Can Cashman be signed? No. Man, he's going to destroy the queue. So I know we have $26 million in cap space. But that is our top 6 and pretty much our team sorted. Obviously, we'll go out and have to cap whale it a little bit. Jason Demers is still out there. Let's just go ahead and pay Jason Demers a crap load of money. We'll just go ahead and pay Jason Demers a butt ton of money to make sure I am over the cap. Actually, how far below the cap floor am I? How far? How far? Back of your earlobe ever itch? All right, I'm a couple million under. Demers in the KHL. Aren't you in the KHL? All right. Let's go ahead and pay Mr. Jason Demers like, I don't know, like $6 million. Doesn't need to be like the full 15. We'll give him like $6 million. And it'll be A-OK. We do have to sign Robertson as well. You're not wrong. That's a fair point. I just should have signed Demers anyway, though. Robertson's not going to look for that much. Ah, whatever. Fuck it. We already backed out. We already backed out. We also got to sign Lauko and Olsen. So Nick Robertson wants nothing money-wise. Really stepping up his asking price after this year. Let's just go 1 year, $2 million. Lauko. Oof. About 1.8, buddy. And then Quinn Olsen is looking for dirt. Go ahead and sign him. Let's see. Lauko signs, Robertson signs, Olsen signs. Beautiful. Honestly, we should just be able to send to the start of the next season to set the team up. We should be okay. Should be. Famous last words, as always. Famous last words. Beautiful. All right, yeah, and we are good. And we are good. So, let's see. Has this listed as sellers? What does this roster look like? It's all Mark and Tynan. Both are technically listed as backups. That's okay. We got Bussy and Leach, which means we will need a fifth goalie. We will need a fifth goalie. Defensively, McAvoy, Carlo, Luno on the right. The left is going to be Lindholm, Nemec, and Lore. And Berglund can be in a depth role, as can probably... Ooh, Scandella really dropped off. Maybe Mikey Callahan. Maybe have Mikey Callahan in that depth role on that left-hand side. So that is our defense sorted. 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go 6, 7, 8. Let's go 3 defenders. 3 defenders. They don't readjust the contracts until you head into the season with it, so we should be all right money-wise, because we still have $23 million in space. And then for the forwards, it is going to be Pasternak, Marchand. How low of an overall is Bergeron? 80. Pasternak, Marchand, Bergeron. Hall. Oh, boy. Pasternak, Marchand, Bergeron. Hall, Kopp, Robertson, Steen, DeBrusk, Smith, Frederick, Kuntar. Oh boy, Bergeron's down to a depth forward. Yikes. So if we were to get rid of Lauko and Nordqvist for the moment. See, that is 10, 11. I need one more dude. One more dude. Is that a Lauko, Harrison, or Nordqvist? It should be Nordqvist. He is... a much, much higher ceiling now moving forward. Not that I don't like Brett Harrison. So let's see what this team might look like then. If we go best lines. A hell of a job on the rebound by Nugent Hopkins. So Bergeron, Marchand, Pasternak. Kopp and Hall have to be on the second line. Ooh. So Robertson is going to have to be on the third line. So Hall, Marchand, Hall, Robertson. Which means Steen can probably be on the second line. Centering Hall and Kopp. And then Robertson, DeBrusk. I'm going to need a center. Might as well be Trevor Kuntar. And then Frederick on the left, Smith at center, Nordqvist. That is not a bad lineup. That is not a bad lineup at all. Nick Robertson gets to work with Jake DeBrusk. I don't know if Trevor Kuntar is going to be good enough for the role or not. We shall see. Not that I wanted Nick Robertson on the third line, but if we give him power play time, it should work out pretty well. And Bergeron actually, again, down to an 80 is pretty rough. And then defensively... Defensively. Let's go with Lindholm, McAvoy, Nemec, Carlo, Luno, and Lore. Which I also don't hate. I also really don't hate that. And then again, Linus Ullmark and Tucker Tynan. I did not think Ullmark would outlast Jeremy Swayman on this team, but here we are. Here we are. A little weak down the middle. It's definitely not the strongest, but we can make things work. Swap Smith and Kuntar. We could do that. It does introduce a minus, though. I'm not too worried about a -1. Regardless, not a bad team at all. And we have other dudes like Lauko and Olsen, where if any of these guys struggle, we do have people we can put into the lineup instead. We do indeed. So then forward-wise, now that we... No, we're going to need a couple of people. Let's go ahead and make those moves real quick. Let's go ahead and make those moves. We need another goalar. A couple of good young goalars here, though, man. Beaupy. Mason Beaupy is there. Otherwise, the alternative is like Vamelka or Matt Murray. Might as well sign this dude to his ELC. It's too good not to. He's also 6'5". He's huge. And then defensively, we'll look for vets to fill out the lineup. Who's a fun one? Who's a fun one? Luke Shen. Luke Shen. You're going to be a fun one to sign. Let's sign the Luke Shen severance package. Give him a bit of money. Luke Witkowski. Why not? We'll also sign Luke Witkowski to a little bit of money. And let's go for Brian Lashoff. He can punch faces too. I mean, so can Zach Bogosian, but Bogo's made his money, you know? Gotta give Brian Lashoff a bit of money. And then forward-wise, Bonino. Gotta sign Nick Bonino. We can sign Kyle Okposo as well. Why not? And Nick Backstrom. We won't let you retire on the free agent either, crazy eyes. As a free agent either. On the free agent list. So that should push us into okay territory. In terms of cap space. It should. It should. Barely. Barely pushes us over the cap floor. Very, very close. But it does get us there. Alright, let's see. So really quickly, is there anybody that takes out of the lineup that I don't want out of the lineup? Jagger Firkus. We'll take out Nick Backstrom for Mr. Hall. And Okposo is going to be out for the enforcer, Grantham. And then defensively, let's take out Lashoff for Waters we don't care about. We do care about Gentile. He was the low elite. Scandella can stay. And then Luke Shen can also stay. So we got a veteran defense pair. And then Bopee and Bussy. I gotta be honest. Bussy, he's gonna stay, but he's not gonna play. I need these two younger guys to get a chance here, because they're both looking real solid. So on paper, is it the strongest team we've ever iced? No. No, it is not. At the same time, it's still a pretty damn good team. We still have assets that we can move. I am not willing to fire Terrian to make room for Bodan because I have an amazing coaching staff. I mean, like a universally great coaching staff, so there's no reason to really move anybody. But I think for the most parts, we are looking pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Let's see, I thought the Oilers just scored again. Jesus. Nope, Buck, I haven't fixed it for months, and I probably won't. I don't know why people keep being surprised by it. Alright, I need an SHL scout. Perfect. McClellan, get over here. I need me an SHL scout. And then we are good, potentially, to start the season. I actually don't know if I am going to start the season tonight. But I am kind of intrigued. First and foremost, captains and jerseys. Bergeron, Marchand, Pasternak. Let's take the letter away from Pasta. Gotta give it to McAvoy. Maybe that's what's wrong with the leadership, huh? Maybe that's what's wrong. Again, I thought the Oilers just scored. Jesus. Alright, we are looking okay. Let me send to our first preseason game. The ratings might still be a little bit wonky. I want to see. So what are we listed at? 87, 91, 79. That's a cup-winning formula if I've ever seen it. That is a cup-winning team. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And just really quickly, if we were to decide that we had to make certain moves, obviously we have all the cap space in the world. I have $20 million in cap space. I think Allmark might be good enough. Maybe. And God, goalies are such voodoo. But we got younger guys stepping in the lineup. We do have a guy like Bebko we could use in trades. The big question is, how good will Nick Robertson be as a member of the Boston Bruins? I have to round this out by doing two things. This first one's going to hurt a lot. The Leafs didn't sign Swayman. No, okay, they did. He's in the AHL. They gave him 9.5 for 7 years. That is certainly more than I was willing to give him. Oh, sorry, it is the preseason. They gave him 9.5 for 7 years. He's still wearing his Bruins stuff, but... Oh, Sway. You and your generic player face. It's brutal. It's brutal, it's brutal, it's brutal. By the way, the Calgary Flames are going to lose. We're getting Colorado Edmonton in the Western Conference Final, and it's going to be dope. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun. Now, as unfun as that was, Nick Robertson, I don't even remember if you have a player face or anything close to it. I mean, you kind of do. But what of you? Nick Robertson, as a member of the Boston Bruins. You love to see it. And this will be the year he will lead us to victory, I am certain.